Jerry Jones just did it again, and this time, the entire NFL is stunned. A move out of Dallas has everyone talking, questioning motives, and rethinking what the Cowboys are about to become. The timing is shocking, the confidence is unmistakable, and the message couldn't be louder. Fans are split between disbelief and excitement, analysts are scrambling for answers, and rival teams are officially on alert. Love him or hate him, when Jerry makes a move like this, the league feels it. Nobody saw this coming. Not the analysts. Not the insiders. Not even most Cowboys fans. But within hours, the entire NFL was buzzing, social media exploded, and one question echoed everywhere: what is Jerry Jones really planning? Because when Jerry Jones makes a move this bold, this quiet, and this calculated, it's never just about one decision. It's about a bigger picture that only he sees. And right now, that picture is shaking the league. Over the last few days, the Dallas Cowboys have been unusually silent. No loud press conferences. No flashy headlines at first glance. But behind the scenes, sources close to the organization say something major shifted. Jerry Jones didn't just talk. He acted. And the ripple effect of that action is being felt across the NFL. For years, critics have said the same thing about Jerry Jones. That he's stuck in the past. That he's loyal to a fault. That he talks big but hesitates when it's time to make real changes. But this latest move completely flips that narrative on its head. Because this wasn't emotional. It wasn't reactive. This was strategic. Cold. Intentional. And that's exactly why it stunned everyone. The Cowboys are at a crossroads. Another season ended with more questions than answers. Another playoff run that didn't live up to expectations. And once again, the pressure was squarely on Jerry Jones. Fans were frustrated. Media voices were louder than ever. Some were calling for a full reset. Others wanted continuity. And Jerry? He chose a third option that almost no one predicted. What makes this moment so shocking is not just what Jerry Jones did, but how he did it. No leaks. No build-up. No warnings. 1 minute, the Cowboys' direction looked familiar. The next minute, the NFL realized Dallas might be changing the rules of how they operate. League insiders are now saying that front offices around the NFL were caught off guard. Teams that thought they understood Dallas' strategy suddenly realized they didn't. Executives who assumed the Cowboys would play it safe are now scrambling to reassess. Because if Jerry Jones is willing to move like this now, what does that mean for the rest of the offseason? Let's be clear about something. This isn't just about one player, one coach, or one contract. This is about power, leverage, and control. Jerry Jones has always believed that the Cowboys should dictate the conversation, not follow it. And with this move, he sent a message loud and clear: Dallas is no longer waiting for the league to adjust. The league is going to have to adjust to Dallas. Fans are split, and that's putting it lightly. Some are calling this the smartest decision Jerry has made in years. Others are nervous, wondering if this is another gamble that could backfire. But even the harshest critics admit one thing: they didn't expect this. Former players have started weighing in. Analysts are rewatching old interviews, trying to connect dots that now seem obvious in hindsight. And suddenly, comments Jerry Jones made months ago sound very different. Things that once felt like throwaway quotes now feel like clues hiding in plain sight. And here's where it gets even more interesting. This move doesn't just affect the Cowboys internally. It changes how other teams approach negotiations, contracts, and long-term planning. When the most valuable franchise in sports shifts its philosophy, the rest of the league pays attention. There's also a financial angle here that can't be ignored. Jerry Jones understands the business of football better than almost anyone. Revenue, branding, long-term flexibility, these things matter just as much as wins and losses. And sources suggest that this decision was made with the next several years in mind, not just the upcoming season. That's why some NFL insiders are calling this a chess move. It may not look flashy today, but down the line, it could open doors that were previously closed. Cap flexibility. Roster adaptability. And perhaps most importantly, leverage in future negotiations that could completely reshape the Cowboys' identity. The timing is what really shocked people. Most expected Dallas to wait, to evaluate, to drag things out. But Jerry Jones didn't. He moved before the market fully settled, before other teams could react. And that element of surprise? That's what separates good executives from great ones. Inside the Cowboys locker room, reactions are reportedly mixed but focused. Players understand the business side of the NFL, but they also know when a franchise is signaling change. This feels different. This feels like a line drawn in the sand. Coaches now have clarity. Or at least, a clearer understanding of expectations. The message from the top is unmistakable. Excuses are running out. The Cowboys aren't here to be almost great anymore. They're either going to take the next step, or they're going to rebuild the foundation until they do. And let's talk about the fans for a moment. Cowboys Nation has endured years of hype followed by heartbreak. Promises followed by disappointment. This move doesn't guarantee success. Nothing in the NFL does. But what it does guarantee is intent. And for many fans, that's all they've been asking for. Social media has been on fire. Some calling Jerry Jones a genius. Others calling him reckless. Some saying this is the beginning of a new era. Others warning that it could blow up spectacularly. And honestly, that's exactly why this moment matters. Because safe moves don't spark this kind of reaction. Safe moves don't stun the entire NFL. Safe moves don't force every sports show to rewrite their talking points overnight. This wasn't safe. This was bold. What happens next is where the real story begins. This decision sets off a chain reaction. Future roster moves. Draft strategies. Potential trades. Contract negotiations that suddenly look very different than they did a week ago. Jerry Jones didn't just make a move, he changed the board. And don't be surprised if this isn't the last shock we see. Historically, when Jerry Jones breaks his own patterns, it's because he's preparing to do more. Much more. This could be the first domino in a series of decisions that redefine the Cowboys for years. The rest of the NFL is watching closely now. Because if this works, it could inspire copycat strategies. If it fails, it will be used as a cautionary tale. Either way, Dallas is once again at the center of the football universe, exactly where Jerry Jones believes they belong. Love him or hate him, Jerry Jones just reminded everyone why he's one of the most fascinating figures in sports. He doesn't need consensus. He doesn't need approval. He needs results. And this move suggests he's willing to risk comfort to chase them. So the question now isn't whether Jerry Jones stunned the NFL. He did. The real question is this the move that finally changes everything for the Dallas Cowboys? Or is it the start of another unpredictable chapter in one of the most dramatic franchises in sports history? Either way, one thing is certain. The Cowboys are done being predictable. And the NFL just felt it. If you're a Cowboys fan, buckle up. This offseason just got very interesting.